I don't know what I've titled this video, but by now you will already know either a Sephora haul or just all the new stuff that I bought, because I bought a lot of stuff and it's not just Sephora.
Personality, everything you do, it's me love, everything about you. Your smile, your style, so fly.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Navadine here. If you're new, come one, come all. And if you're a long-time subscriber, you know me love you like cook food. So let's get into the video. I didn't buy many fragrances, so I don't mind starting with two fragrances that I picked up recently. And I'm gonna highlight the Marley fragrance called Satisfy My Soul. I just fell in love. I just fell in love. The packaging looks like this. This brand on a whole is new to me. You know, Max Turquoise water, sea salt, and it smells very aquatic. That's what it smells like in the opening for this one. But then for some reason that vanilla in this dries down to like Yum Bougie marshmallow to me. I don't know why, but every time I wear this, I think I'm wearing Yum Bougie marshmallow. And then I have to remind myself, oh yeah, you're not wearing that. But the vanilla in this, and I would have never thought to pair an aquatic fragrance with a creamy vanilla kind of fragrance, but the dry down, this goes really well. And it's such a beautiful bottle. The wooden cap, the cap is weighty too, and I love that. It clicks down, so you know, I still wouldn't suggest you hold your perfume bottle like this, but you can see I'm holding it by it and it's holding up. I like the fact that it's a round bottle. I love this. I love the fact that it has like the lion on it as well. I don't know if you can see it because I can't tell what you can see by looking at my viewfinder, but it has a lion on it. And for those who don't know, because I've seen some Americans reviewing it, but they don't understand that the names of the fragrances are actually names of Bob Marley songs. And apparently the family had a hand to do with curating these fragrances as well. This is just, I just love it. 10s across the board. They all smell good. The male fragrances as well, they all smell good. The red smells good, but the red smells more like what people go for, like Bleu de Chanel or Dior Sauvage. You know, those male fragrances that are typical. It almost leans towards that, but still sexy and still has its difference. I would say if you've never tried these fragrances before, go and put your nose on it. You might find something that you like. If you like fragrances like Max Turquoise, or you're like me, you preferred something a little sweeter like Tiffany Love, I think you'll enjoy this. I actually purchased two of these. This one leans more feminine, so, and the lighter bottles all in the collection lean more feminine, but the lighter that they are, they're fresher. So this one is the sweetest one of the three, in my opinion, and it's not too sweet. It's a sweet freshie. It's not holiday fragrance forward for the females. It's more spring summer, but I love these. And being a Caribbean woman, I just feel as though this resonates with me, and I'm looking forward to see what they have moving forward. I purchased this Ocha perfume called Viral Vanilla, and the packaging looks like this. This is sweet, but it's a spicy vanilla to me. I really wanted a vanilla that was more just creamy and smelling like my creme de vanille, more like vanilla cake or vanilla ice cream, but it doesn't smell like that to me. It really reminds me of the Billie Eilish, you know, the original one that's in that gold bottle. So if you like that, I think you would like this. And that finished for me, and I was tossing up whether I was going to repurchase it because I do miss it. Guys, I actually purchased Mango Hour Viral Vanilla, and I didn't really love it. It didn't smell bad. It was just nothing that wowed me, and I wasn't sure I was going to reach for it. It reminded me of Tom Ford's Bitter Peach, kind of. It wasn't peach that they used, of course, it was mango, but it wasn't very, very ripe, sweet mango to me. It was sweet-ish and a little bit fresh. And while I was away in New York, someone else loved it more than me, so I gave it to them. I was going to keep it for the bottle, but you shouldn't do that. So I'm gonna highlight my Skin Potion body oils. I finally tried Skin Potion, guys. I love these items so much that I went and purchased the Creme de Vanille body butter as well. And I just got this last week, guys. And hold up. Look at that. Yeah, it's called Creme de Vanille for a reason. It's vanilla sponge cake smelling body butter. So I got the scent Cookie Butter. I also got Besame Mucho in the big boy because I love saffron, and this had saffron in there. Look at that. Look at that bottle. This is saffron, which makes this very potent. But we're going to get into the scents in a minute. Then the other scent I bought was Candy Heart. I'm not gonna go into the notes. This video is gonna be too long if I do that. I'll just give you an idea of what they smell like. This is cookie butter, self-explanatory. However, one of the notes in this is coffee, and I personally smell the coffee very strongly, and it's not my favorite. However, when I wear it, they're just telling me I smell like maple syrup and I smell like pancakes. Those are the things that I've gotten, like caramel, or I smell like a bakery, or I smell like cookies. Literally, those are the things that people have said to me, but they mostly say pancakes or maple syrup, which I don't know why, because I don't smell like syrup. I smell coffee in this strongly. I'm glad I got this in a small bottle because it's very potent. Sometimes I just put a little bit on my wrist here and everyone still smells me. I love the reaction that I get from people, and I do like how it smells, but I do wish the coffee to my nose was less potent, and then I could enjoy it the way that everybody else does. I'm not a fan of Candy Heart. Candy Heart to me smells like, I don't know, it smells like good smelling hair oil. For it to be called Candy Heart, I really thought I was gonna love this one, but this is my least favorite. I would actually sell this, and I'm glad that I got this in the little bottle. This one is pretty sexy. I wear this under my last bit of sweet diamond pink pepper that I had left, and obviously they pair so well together. This is a sweet saffron fragrance. I think this is even unisex. This would probably smell, yeah, this will smell good on a man. I hope no oil on my top of my lip now. It says Egyptian jasmine and saffron, but the saffron is what I smell the most. If you've never tried these, I do think that this wouldn't be something that a lot of people would love unless you're into fragrances and you know your notes. So if you've never tried Skin Potion, yeah, you should give them a try. Since we're talking about our sweet stuff, guys, I love this so much. I bought 2. And I really would buy another one, but I'm trying to control myself. Not because you love something do you have to buy backup and backups and backups and backups. We can control ourselves and just buy one and use it, right? And when it's finished, and that's it. I basically did this dent in 2 weeks. This smells so good, guys. But you know what's funny? The body butter, which I normally love Fenty Beauty's body butter formula. In the body butter, it smells like Play-Doh to me. But in this, it smells so sweet, so moisturizing. It feels good. I didn't love their original because I felt as though it's too thin in consistency. I've realized that I don't always feel for something as thick as the body butter. It just depends on my mood, but I've been really loving this, and I hope they make it permanent. Sticking to scents, I picked up Fenty's holiday collection. So they have this cinnamon body butter, and then they have a new scent, which is the nutmeg. And guys, I'm not even gonna look at which one I'm taking out. I can smell the difference. When I first smelled it, it's gonna sound weird. When I smelled it with my eyes open, I was like, they kind of smell similar. They do, but we're gonna get into that. But I'm just gonna, you know, mix it up, open it up, and then see, because I'm gonna tell you the difference. This is the white one. This cinnamon, I believe. Hold on. Yep. And this is the nutmeg. The more that I've smelled this, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the caramel one. It's that sweet. Kind of reminds me of it, but this one is giving me cinnamon bun. And you know, cinnamon bun tends to smell a little syrupy because of that white icing on top, and I think that's why it's giving me this vibe of this, but I can still smell the difference. So cinnamon bun, right? This, it smells like a grainy texture to my nose. The cinnamon can come off a little bit peppery to my nose, but nutmeg is a little bit, smell like dirt sometimes to me, okay? But in this, it's giving gingerbread biscuit. I wasn't really sure I liked this, but this is small. I'm gonna use it, so nobody DM me and ask me for it because I'm keeping it, okay? I'm gonna use some. Oops. God, nah, sleep. I bought this from Bath & Body Works, and I'm mentioning it in this video because it is called Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. I love pumpkin scented stuff. Sometimes it can smell a little off. I'm not gonna lie. When you smell other things and then you come and smell this, you're like, ah. But I like this. Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. It smells like pumpkin drizzle, pumpkin syrup or something like that. Smells good. I picked up a Touchland hand sanitizer in Spice Pumpkin Teeny. I keep one in my car. It's this one that I finished. This is called Mango Passion. This is literally like mango and passion fruit. So I repurchased another one, well, another 2, And I've started to use this one because I said, you know what better time to use this one. Now that we have finished speaking about fragrances and body stuff, y'all want to get into the makeup? Okay, I know, I heard you in the back. All right, so we're gonna start with my favorite brand that I've been loving recently. Yeah. Danessa myricks. Woo! And what started my obsession was the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm. And this is how the packaging looks. Sleek, pretty, makes you want to buy it. And then this is what my shade looks like. I think it looks a little bit brighter in the camera there, but yeah, this is my shade. It's actually a little bit deeper than me, but I like my foundation and stuff to be just a little bit deeper because I'm gonna highlight with concealer anyway. And when I saw how this went on my skin, so smooth, matte, but like soft matte, no dew. It actually is called Blurring Balm Powder because it sets to a powder. So ideally they're saying you don't really have to use powder on top. And I love this. And because I love this so much, I went and bought the Universal Blurring Balm Powder. This one, the Blurring Balm, obviously has no color. The way she says that this can be used as a primer, it's just tinted. And the combination of products that I've been using as a base, I think they work really well to keep away my oils. And I don't consider myself an oily skin girl. I still wear moisturizing products. I am more dry normal, but I do get oily on these areas here. If you're an oily skin girl, I heard that the drops, I heard that it's like magic in a bottle. So what are you waiting on? But for me, this is enough. And then because I love the Blurring Balm so much and I wanted a bright blush, I purchased the shade Prima Donna. It's also the same kind of texture as this. It's supposed to be balm to powder. So it's not shiny, but it's also not super matte. I love the fact that her products give you that matte. I don't even want to call it matte. It gives you that blurring effect. Her products are not flat. It still looks like your skin. So it doesn't look like you've powdered your face down. It just looks like you've pat your face to keep the oils at bay. Get it? So yeah, so that's what I purchased. And because I love that so much, I just purchased Jubilee as well last week. This is, let's look at the difference between them. Oh, clear difference. You can see this is more lean into brown terracotta. They call it terracotta. I used it today on my cheeks and it looks like this. Wait, can you see that? So you see, that's still pink to me. And I think this looks really natural. I wanted a blush that was natural because clearly I'm not going to be using this damn bright pink blush all the time. That is for my fun look. Ooh! Or when I'm going out and I really want bright blush. But yeah, that looks really nice. Should I swatch it on my hand? Just so you can see, even though I swatched it on my, So that's the color there. So it has a little bit of an orange, but like a peach, like a deep peach. But I'm seeing the pink in there. So I want two more shades. I want their spiced latte. And then I think I want Bellini, which is a light coral kind of color. I just want something that looks a bit more orange. So in the summer, you know, when I bronze up and stuff, yeah. This looks good. And look, the pigment stays. Okay. And then, because I loved it so much, I went and bought two of her concealers. I'm trying that out. Everything that I speak about makeup wise, basically I'm wearing on my face today. I have the shade 9 in Warm Peach or something peach. Where's the box? I have it. Yeah, it's called Warm Peach in the shade 9. And I think that's a natural highlight for me. I actually could get a shade darker if I wanted something more to my skin tone before I use this. But then I got Golden also, which I haven't used yet. And this is much brighter. I actually thought this was going to be my skin tone. And then the last thing I got as impulse purchase was the Liquid Blurring Balm Setting Spray. I used this today too. I did not set my makeup with powder earlier. I just used this to spray on top of my skin tint because this is supposed to be a liquid to powder as well. This was an impulse purchase, and this is why I only bought the little bottle, because I think this was $13 or $15, something US dollars. The guy threw it in my basket, okay? And because it was Danessa, I was not gonna say no, so I kept it. The other few sprays that I purchased, I repurchased the jumbo size of the Continuous Setting Mist by Morphe. So whenever I'm using my matte setting sprays, I always go in with a moisturizing setting spray as well, so that my face doesn't end up looking dry and like feeling tight and dry as well. Oh, this does not feel tight and dry. So if this has a lot of alcohol in there, I don't know what the ingredients are, this feels good. It has something in there called oxalate, which they're saying is what sucks up oil, but that sucks up oil without you feeling like your skin is drying out, because you know when your skin is too dry, you're gonna get really oily too. So I love that. I had this in the little one, and I just thought, you know what, I'm coming back. I don't have them. They're not easily accessible here in the Caribbean. So I said, you know what, let me just buy the big one there. So that's those. I also re-upped on the One Size Till Dawn setting spray. I had this. This is empty. I bought another one. I have found that I really love aerosol sprays. I don't really enjoy the wet sprays because I just feel as though I've done all that work to mattify my skin and then I spray a wet spray on it. And no matter how they say it's mattifying, I just feel as though it looks wet and dewy on my skin afterwards. But I mean, you can pat your face down afterwards with a sponge, a powder puff, or you can do it with powder as well on top. But yeah, so I've been liking these. But you know what is coming gunning for it? The L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist. This I don't know why, but for some reason it kind of like feels better to me when I use it. I don't know if it's a mental thing. I don't know if it's the way it sprays. I haven't paid attention much to see what it is that I like more about this. And I also feel like this is probably almost less drying than this. I don't know, but we're gonna see. But I've been using this. I also have, which was gifted to me from PR, you can call it, the Fenty Beauty You Mist. I've been liking this. I've been liking it, but unfortunately what's gonna make me not use this is my spray just seems to be like damaged or something. I like how sleek the little packaging is, and also it doesn't feel drying, but it also definitely feels like it sets my makeup, whereas a lot of setting sprays feel like it just wetting up my face and not setting my makeup. So I like this, but I don't know if my nozzle is broken, so I don't know if I need to buy a new thing there to put on top of this. That setting spray, the Fenty setting spray, feeling my hand after spraying it, it feels like it feels very smooth, as though there's a veil over it, but it just feels smooth, as though you've just finished sanding down something. You know that smooth feeling that you get after sanding wood? Yeah, my skin ain't that dry to compare it to sanding wood, but you get my point.
I forgot to mention that I have this face refresher mist from Caudalie, and I've been loving this. I specifically needed something for when I travel and after I get off the plane and my skin needs a little pick me up. And it looks like that, as you can see. Fine mist. And yeah, it's nice. It's good for people with sensitive skin instead of using a rose water refresher spray. This one is pretty cool.
Yeah, but anyways, the other thing that I have been loving is the Haus Labs foundation. I'm wearing it today as well on top of the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm. I am wearing it in the shade 350 medium cool. That's interesting because I was 350 neutral something in Fenty as well. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But I love this foundation. I feel as though it gives me just enough moisturization. It feels as though it's like a serum foundation. It's almost like a gel consistency when you're putting it on. It doesn't feel as runny and liquidy and stuff, and I just love this. I've been loving it. It comes with obviously a pump. If you haven't tried this foundation as a dry skin girly, you might really like this. I found that foundations that tend to be marketed towards dry skin people, they be too dewy, too shiny, they slip around, they don't last all day, they break up on your face. I've moved away from that, and I have started to wear a lot of matte foundations, but I just make sure that I moisturize well underneath and that I use moisturizing setting sprays with the mattifying setting sprays. So it's just a combination, you know, balance. So I've been loving this. I love the bottle too. It makes me feel like I bought, you know, an expensive foundation. I mean, it is expensive. I think it was like 40 something pounds, almost 50 pounds. So it's up there with, like, you know, your Dior foundations and all that stuff. So, but I love it. It's worth it. but I find that I only reach for this on special occasions, when I'm going out in the night and when I'm like really dressing up or I really want to make an effort, because I love it so much and because it's medium to full coverage. So I don't find myself wearing that in the day much, but I did put it on for filming purposes. Yes, I do have the smoothing thing on my camera, but trust me when I say it's good. Can't be bothered to get up and turn the smoothing off, but it's good. Try it. If you can find your shade, try it. And because I loved the foundation so much, I went back and bought the concealers. So when I like something, I'm finding that like, if I like one thing, I'm gonna try other things in the brand, because you sold me now. The concealer, where is it? In the right soul. All right. I also like the packaging. I know it's not about the packaging alone, because obviously it's about the product, but they go hand in hand. The wand is very, very soft. It's so pillowy. It doesn't feel like it's scratching my face. A lot of wands are very hard, but this is, you know, malleable. It's just easy to apply. It has enough coverage. It's a gel-like consistency. It feels pretty much like the foundation. So if you like the foundation, you will like the concealer, I think. The only thing, I need to play with it much more. I like the coverage. I like the fact that it's thick, but it doesn't feel too creamy, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna move around and break up on my skin. I have been wearing it. I wore it to a wedding. I wore it today. I do have it underneath my eyes, but I have 3 concealers underneath my eyes. I wore this and the Danessa myricks and the Huda Beauty concealer that I'm about to mention as well, and they didn't play well together. It's creasing a little bit, but I have worn this by itself and I don't remember finding that. I love this so much that I bought this shade 31 medium neutral, and I went back and purchased a highlight shade, which is 24 light medium neutral. I'm a neutral girly, so I tend to stick with neutral in my foundations as well, because when I was buying foundations before, I felt like they were too orange, but I would work with it, but it was not my undertone. I briefly mentioned the Huda Beauty concealer. I got just the a color corrector in it. I got peach. I don't know how I feel about it just yet. I feel as though it makes my under eyes look dry. I like the fact that it's this color and it does kind of color correct, but I don't know how I feel about this yet. And I know a lot of people have been complaining about the packaging, saying that it leaks and it gets all messy, but I don't know. I just don't make it touch the edge of the container. I travel with it and everything. I just put it back in without it rubbing in. So far it's been fine, but they have changed the packaging. I am late in using the matte Studio Fix powder. I tried this a long time ago. I didn't know how to use makeup so well back then, so it was too full coverage and it was powdery, and I just felt as though it was drying, but it's just how you apply things. So I have this shade NC35, and this is my highlight shade. Pretty light. It looks so smooth under the eyes. So because I loved it so much, you know me, I'm doing things in twos. I went and purchased a shade that I want to use all over my face when I want my face to look very smooth. Because normally now I'm using matte mineralized skin finish and it doesn't give any coverage if you want coverage. And I wanted something with coverage when I want like a full glam look. So I purchased the shade NW35. As I said, I haven't used it yet. I just purchased it last month. And oh, this one is the new one because they changed the formula. I love this new packaging. And the shade looks like this. Yeah, looks like that. I hope it's not too like, yeah. So that's that. That looks nice. I don't know, it still looks a little light. So this is my shade, NW35. I did try it in store, but you know, stuff be looking different in store. And then you come home and you're like, oh no, I just scratched it a little bit. Anyways, and you come home and you're like, yeah, it didn't look like that in the store. This was an impulse purchase. I did not mean to purchase this. My friend forced me to purchase this, and so did the person at the MAC counter. So this is the lip balm from MAC. I would not pay $26 for a lip balm. I mean, I did, but I wouldn't have. You get it? Okay, anyways. Love the packaging. Looks like this. My lip balm was finishing. You know my favorite lip balm, Malin & Goats. It was finishing, so I purchased this. I figure, you know, on days that I just want a little bit of a tint, a sheer bit of color, that this would be nice. I've used it once and it was too pink. I should have got the more natural one. But we're gonna make it work, okay? It's gonna be on days when I want no makeup look. So when my hair is done and I put on a little lip liner, I'm gonna dab some of this on my lip and use a lip gloss, okay? I purchased a lipstick that I really liked. Well, I would hope I liked it. I purchased Warm Teddy in Silky Matte. and it really feels silky matte on the lips. No sheen or anything. This is what the packaging looks like, and this is the color. You see, can you see that powdery texture? Ooh, it's so nice, so nice. I was gonna put it on my lips so you can see the color, but I'm gonna just swatch it for you. It's so creamy that I'm afraid to like break it. So you notice that those are a lot of colors that I'm going for, like the blush that I had, and then this. So that's lighter, but this would look really pretty together. That is so pretty. It's like you want something kind of deep, but not that deep. Yeah. And it has a slight sheen to it, but I could always mat it down with powder if I want just a slight sheen. And this is a really nice texture compared to their retro matte, which is very drying. And you know that they're like, a lot of products are steering away for that very dry either foundation or a lip product that we used to love back in the day. We want comfortable matte. So I picked that up. You know, Velvet Teddy is an iconic MAC lipstick. So they made Warm Teddy, they made Cool Teddy, and they have the original, and I think they have one more, but I can't remember. And I tried all of them on in store, and this is the one I fell in love with. This was an impulse buy. I didn't need to buy it, but I bought it. All right. So, you know, yeah. So, and then the other thing that I bought was Fussy by Fenty Beauty. And y'all seen these lip glosses. They've been around for a long time. Taking it out of the packaging, it almost looks like their Universal Gloss Bomb, but it's not. Let's actually put some on now, okay? See what it's looking like. Yeah, these are my shades. I love, you notice I tend to buy similar things, like they look the same but in different things. Yeah, because this is basically like my lips but better. So it's not very, very pink. If I don't want very, very pink, yeah, this is good. This is good. So that's that. Love Fussy. Oh, I actually bought one more lip product from MAC. So you see, I did tell you I buy things in twos. I forgot that when I went in and I bought this, because I didn't buy the lip balm and this at the same time. I bought this and the alcohol brush cleaner I bought together. So then when I went in and I purchased this, I also purchased MAC's lip gloss. So it's a clear lip gloss and it's in a tube. I know Fenty Beauty also has a clear lip gloss, but because it's a lip gloss with a wand, I really do not like my lip glosses getting messy. So the color that I purchased is the color that I want it to stay. So I am not buying really a clear lip gloss that I'm gonna dip in and then use that on my lips, because then it's gonna be messy. I do not like that. So if I bought that clear lip gloss, I'd be taking the wand and putting it on my lip, on my finger, and then putting it on my lips. And that takes away the fun of applying your lip products. Let me tell you, it is so glossy. That's why I purchased it, because sometimes I feel like I put on lip gloss and it's not shiny enough. Fenty Beauty glosses are very shiny, so I don't have no issues there. My favorite lip glosses are Kiko Beauty, and even if I add it on top of this right now, it's gonna add even much more shine. It's not very sticky, but it's thick. She's thick. All right, guys, I went to eat and I've been dancing to music, so, you know, and I couldn't be bothered to like pat down my face or anything, so bear with me. Let's wrap this video up, okay? So I tried on the lip gloss, but then my mic wasn't on, so I don't know how much of it you heard properly, but we're gonna run it back, okay? Because just a regular 2B lip gloss. Now that I've eaten off most of my lip gloss anyway, look at that. Look at that. Like, look at that compared, come on. Look at that compared to the top. Oh, yeah. Let's blend out the edges. This lip gloss basically just sits on the top of your lips. Oh my god, my lips look so juicy. You know what my lips look like? Have you ever seen Erica Mena's makeup? Like, her lips always look super, super plump and like super, what's that word? Botox. Yeah, my lips look like they have fillers. It looks so juicy. Ooh, ooh. But you see what that MAC lip gloss. So it's just a MAC lip glass. Literally, your lips look like glass. Did you know that Fenty Beauty has a pencil sharpener for their lip pencils? Apparently, if you read on Fenty's website, their casing or housing for the pencil is not actually wood. It's some other material. I don't know. Child. That's what they said. Yeah. So everyone in the world, I'm sure, struggles with the freaking Fenty pencils. Get you a Fenty sharpener. So it looks like just, you know, basic, just a basic sharpener. And I don't know if it's a tactic to make sure you buy their sharpener, but I mean, it's only $3 US. Literally, that's nothing. So I'd rather have that than to waste all my lip pencils. So yeah, and it has sharpened it. Normally when I sharpen it with the other sharpener, it's like eating up the pencil, but it's not actually sharpening anything and it keeps breaking off. It's just weird. You can only get it online. So yeah. The other items I've been loving and using for a while now, long time. This is the Fenty Beauty Hydra Visor. I've been using this since 2020 actually. So I purchased a new one. Unbeknownst to me that they have two different ones. Obviously they do these in tinted moisturizer forms as well, but the one that I have is called the Invisible Moisturizer SPF 50, and this one is the Mineral SPF, Broad Spectrum Mineral SPF. So even though I got a refill, it's not the one that I normally use, and the one I normally use has no color. Like, you know, sometimes you use sunscreen and it looks gray on your skin. They said this one doesn't do that. So, because I went on YouTube looking same time, and yeah, so it looks like this. Same packaging, everything. I'll still be able to use in this. So I'm so like annoyed that I did that. So that's that. I've bought Cecred's line. I know that Cecred came out with their stuff a long time ago. I think last year summer, and I finally purchased them. We don't need everything, but I did need some hair products, you know, for washing and stuff, and I haven't really spoken about them. I had never used a clarifying shampoo. It's something that's going to strip your hair of buildup. I'd probably keep repurchasing this only because when I used it, I didn't feel like my hair was super dry, and I've heard that when people use other clarifying shampoos, your hair can feel really, really dry. So I use this specifically on my roots. I don't really run it down and put it in my hands and all over my hair. That's how I've seen the girls use it. And that's how I think I've seen on Cecred's website that you should use it. And that's why they give you a nozzle so that you can part your hair and keep just going like this. So I do 2 washes of this depending on how, you know, dirty I think my hair is. And then I go in with the hydrating shampoo and then I use that to wash all of my hair. Yeah, so the only thing I'd probably repurchase is this. However, since I didn't like the conditioner, I just purchased last week the deep conditioner, moisturizing deep conditioner, it says. I know they also have a hair mask, but I didn't get that because I'm really trying to replenish the moisture in my hair at the moment. That's what I'm focusing on. In between time, since I didn't like their conditioner and I couldn't get my hands on this at the time, I had bought the Fenty, the richer one, deep conditioner. It's cool, but you don't need to run out and buy it either. I still want something that makes my hair feel much richer, much more moisturized. It almost has a bit of a cocoa butter scent to me. It's almost done. You don't need her hair oil either. However, I like it. I like the packaging. But yeah, at least when you take this off, it still has a cap that you have to unclip to use it, which means it's good for traveling. You're not gonna get it all over your stuff. I have been using it to seal in the moisture on my hair recently. I forgot to mention the Cecred Restoring Hair and Edge Drops. I've been using it, but not super consistently. So I can't tell you if it grows my edges or not. People say it does. Like pink liquid smells real good too. And it's watery, it's not oil, which is good. It absorbs really quickly into your hair. And a lot of people say they've been wasting it, so they've been putting a nozzle in there that sprays, because when they drop it, it runs down their face. But I mean, you can just tilt your head back and drop it. Like, I mean, it's not rocket science. I purchased one thing from the new line. These bottles are cute, right? I like the colors. Some people have said that they didn't think you needed it because it's just a detangling spray, but when they used it, they realized, oh, well, dang, like it really detangles. So I am excited to use this once I take my extensions out. And I particularly have realized that I get very naughty before wash days. So if my hair is freshly washed, freshly blow dried and moisturized, it's soft, I can comb through it. Give me a good 5 days, even though my hair has been in twists. If I ever try to comb my hair like that, even though I take it down and I might keep spraying, keep moisturizing it as it's been tucked away, yeah. When it comes to wash day, my hair is dry at the roots. It's very hard for me to get through the roots, and it just deters me from wash day. So I said, you know what, if this really works, I'm gonna use this as a detangling on my wash days just before I wash my hair. Because if you detangle your hair really well when you wash your hair, you're not gonna have much detangling to do in the shower, and then you're gonna lose less hair. And what are we trying to do? Retain. Retention is key, okay? I almost didn't buy it, but I was like, okay, let me just buy it, okay? Okay. But anyways, that's it, guys. I hope this video was actually interesting and you like spend a little time with me and chit-chatting, because, you know, I like watching girls do it, so why not? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.